What's going on, guys? In this video, I'll be showing you guys the rotation for Gladiator DPS in Aion 2. So let's straight away jump into the rotation. Alright, for PVE, you want to start with the Ruinous Blow. This will increase your damage boost by 15% as well as plus 100 critical hit. Once you have the buff, you want to do Mocking Blade followed by Crushing Wave. Mocking Blade is a great CC if you use it on players or enemy mobs, but it won't CC the bosses. Crushing Wave is such a great ability that will do cleave AoE damage as well as add 5 stagger gouge damage. Alright, the next ability is Wrath Wave. This is a huge AoE stun that will do massive damage as well as 50 stagger gouge damage. Stagger damage is basically the blue bar underneath the boss's HP. Once it's depleted, the boss will basically get staggered. So when the boss is staggered, you can do your execute ability. In this case, we're going to use the Sword Aura Rampage. Just spam that thing and it'll deal massive damage. So on a normal target or a player, you want to cast Wrath Wave, followed by the Aerial Snare, and then Overhead Slam. Or you can use Overhead Slam first, and then use Aerial Snare. So while doing all this rotation that I've explained earlier, you want to be pressing Keen Strike twice, followed by Rending Blow twice. So left mouse button twice, right mouse button twice, keep pressing that. Alright, your Gap Closer ability in PvP and PvE is the Leaping Slam. Your character will charge towards the target. In PvP, you want to add Ankle Slice. This will basically allow you to snare the player, or kind of like root the player, before you do the rotation, starting with the Ruinous Blow. So in PvP, before you start the rotation, you want to do Leaping Slam into the Ankle Slice first to snare or root the player before doing the entire rotation with Ruinous Blow, Mocking Blow, Crushing Strike, Wrath Wave, Aerial Strike, and Overhead Slam. So while doing this rotation, just keep spamming Keen Strike 2 times as well as Rending Blow 2 times, alternate them, and basically you're done. That's the DPS rotation for Gladiator. Alright, for the item, gear, skills, stats, and all that, thankfully there's a new site here, shugo.gg, which I'll be providing a link in the description below. So there's no need for me to update the quest log again because it'll automatically display all of my gear, skills, and builds that I have on my character. Take note that my character is still work in progress because I just got him to level 45. So keep checking on the build link, it'll be updated there. The skills I've explained to you guys earlier. You want to level the active skills first to level 8 at least to get all the perks and benefits. After that, you guys can work on the passive skills. Alright, for this build tree, as I said, it's work in progress, but I try to get all the talent that will buff my skills and abilities that I've used in the rotation in this video, as well as the 4 corners of each of these sub-build, I would say. You want to try to get them as it will increase your stats significantly, like increase your crit chance, the damage boost, and all that. As for the stats, unfortunately, there's no sub-stats. Maybe they haven't added this yet, but in future, I hope they will add the sub-stats so it can display all my stats right here. So basically, as a Gladiator, you want to prioritize crit, attack, and if you're doing PvE, you want to prioritize on defense as well as damage tolerance. So once they have updated the substats on this page, you guys can check it out there. So once again, just sharing this with you guys. Hope this helps. If it did, don't forget to hit a like. Also, subscribe to the channel, join and become an adventurer. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.